Favorite ways to test myself? I like to make jokes about tragedies the day that they happen. The day they happen. I don't believe in too soon. I'm on a tight schedule. And I'm good at it. I'm good at it. Like the day of the Aurora, Colorado Batman movie theater shooting. The day it happened. I went online, I went on Twitter, and I tweeted, other than that, how was the movie? Right?
Looks so dark in the video.
Right? Nailed it. Nailed it. And the reason I get away with that, the reason I get away with stuff like that is I'm just the guy who does it. People are used to it from me. It'd be weird if I didn't make a joke the day of a tragedy. Which is why I was very surprised when I got in a lot of trouble the day of the Boston Marathon.
Oh, that's crazy.
Now,
bro.
I don't follow the news regularly, but I know the second a tragedy happens, because I get 25 text messages saying, don't do it. And whenever I see that, it makes me sad. It makes me sad because I know something horrible has happened. People will say, Anthony, what's funny about Aurora? What's funny about the Boston Marathon? What's funny about your grandmother's funeral? Nothing. Nothing is funny about those things. That's where I come in. So I see these texts and I'm like, oh no, what happened? But I also think I've got a job to do. So I go online and I start reading about it. I don't want to watch the footage, but I'll read about what happened. And I think, how can I make someone laugh today? And then I think, I got it. I go back on Twitter, and I tweet, guys, today there are just some lines that should not be crossed.
And he has to be the person to cross it. He has to. Okay. He just had to be that guy.
Especially the finish line. And again, I think nailed it. USA. USA. But then my phone starts to ring. And it's my boss. Or should I say, my former boss. And they say, Anthony, this is unacceptable. You are not just a comedian today. You're also the host of your own TV show with your name in the title on our network.
Yeah, the TV
You take
show.
this joke down right now or you're fired. And I say, go fuck yourselves.
I mean, I get why they wanted to take it down.
And I meant it. I didn't get into comedy for the money or the fame. I know that sounds wrong, because I'm dripping with both. I only got into this business so that no one could tell me what to do. And they said, sure. And they said, well, Anthony, you don't understand. You don't understand at all. If you don't take this joke down right now, if you don't delete this joke right now, not only are you fired, but the entire cast and crew of your television show, about 100 people, they're also out of a job. And I'm ashamed to tell you this. I'm embarrassed to admit it. But in that moment, I folded, and I deleted the joke. Because I'm happy to fight for what I believe in. I'm happy to take the consequences for what I've done. But what I could not do, what I cannot do, is walk up to my cameraman and say, hey, buddy, no work for you on Monday. I had this sweet tweet. Couldn't do it. But as soon as I hit delete, I got mad, and I regretted it. I would fire every single one of those fucking assholes now, I'll tell you that right now. And I got mad for betraying myself and everything I believe in. I'm just as mad today as I was then. Just as mad. So mad, I had to have a meeting with the network where they called me in for a little lecture. And they're like, Anthony, we're family. Why are you so upset? Can't you see we did you a favor? Don't you worry about your career? Let me ask you, San Francisco, do I seem like I worry about my career?
No.
No. Do you know why people who win the lottery always end up going bankrupt? Because if they worried about their money, they wouldn't have played the lottery in the first fucking place. I do not worry about my career. They said, well, Anthony, the problem is when you make a joke on Twitter the day of a tragedy, it seems like you're making fun of the victims, and that's wrong. But that's not what I'm doing. Because you see, the day of a tragedy, victims are not on Twitter.
Jesus Christ.
Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. The day of a tragedy, victims have got victim shit to do. No one has ever been putting on a tourniquet asking, hey, are we trending? No. This is who I'm making fun of when I make a joke on Twitter the day of a tragedy. The people who see something horrible happen in the world, and they run to the internet, and they run to their social media, their Facebook, their Twitter, whatever they got, and they all write down the exact same thing. My thoughts and prayers.
Oh, that's why his special called that?
My thoughts and prayers with the people in Aurora. My thoughts and prayers with the families in Boston. Do you know what that's worth? Fucking nothing. Fucking less than nothing. Less than nothing. You are not giving any of your time, your money, or even your compassion. All you are doing is saying, don't forget about me today. Don't forget about me. Lots of crazy distractions in the news right now, but don't forget how sad I am. Those people are worthless and they deserve to be made fun of. They're like
Jesus
a wedding
Christ.
photographer who only takes selfies. You understand? Now, I'm sure everyone here
Stupid.
has told a joke before where nobody laughed at it. It's fine. It's embarrassing, but it's fun. You can laugh at yourself. It's not a reason to stop telling jokes. Maybe some of you have told a joke before where someone got mad at you for it. Trust me, that's fun too. You guys ever tell a joke and then get death threats? Well, I guess that's what makes me me. On my television show, I once did a segment that aired once and only once before it was banned, called Shark Party. All right?
I never knew he had a show.
Now, some of you enjoyed
You
it,
don't
but if
wanna
you've
say that.
never seen Shark Party, you can never see Shark Party. It's been wiped off the face of the earth by the powers that be. So I will explain it to you. I love sharks. I love sharks more than anything. People I can barely fucking tolerate. Every single year, 100 million sharks are killed by human beings. Every year, 25 people killed by sharks. So whenever I hear about a shark attack, I'm like, fuck yeah. Win one for the home team. So as soon as I get this TV show where I can do whatever I want, I say, you know what? I want to have a shark party. As soon as there's a shark attack, we're having a shark party. And I get lucky. About a month into my run, this guy from New Zealand gets eaten by a great white shark, the champagne of sharks. And I know exactly what to do. I've already got the script written. I walk out on stage, in front of the cameras, I say, ladies and gentlemen, this guy from New Zealand has been eaten by a great white shark. It's time for a shark party. Lights go down,
Yeah, this
music
dude is
comes
crazy.
up. 6 women wearing shark dresses come out on either side of me, and we all start dancing for way too long. A stripper wearing a giant shark head runs out and gives me a lap dance. Very tasteful. And then I stand up and we show a giant picture of the guy who got eaten, which in retrospect is where it all went wrong.
Terrible.
But I get to say my favorite thing I've ever said on television. Smile, you son of a bitch. Shark Party. And in America, where I'm famous for those types of shenanigans, everybody was like, Anthony, that was fucked up. It was fucked up to see you dance. End of controversy. However, in New Zealand, where they don't get my show, they've never seen me, and frankly, they don't get out much. The New Zealand media takes the video and they show it to the guy's family. And they say, what do you guys think about this? And they say, crikey, or whatever the fuck they say over there. The point is, all of New Zealand rises up against me. All 45 of those cunts rise up. 45. And start threatening my life. Now, I don't read the things that people write about me on the internet, but I pay people who do. And they come to me, and they're like, Anthony, we've got some terrible news, please sit down. They say, you were getting a lot of death threats online from New Zealand because of Shark Party. And I was like, really? New Zealand wants to kill me? That's weird because they didn't even kill the shark.
Damn.
I said, how many death threats am I getting? And they're like, oh, all of them. You were getting all of the death threats.
All 45?
What do you want us to do about it? We can send someone there to talk to them, extra security here. What do you want? I said, no, forget about it. Leave it alone. Don't worry. This might be hard for some of you to understand. I've said it several times tonight. Everyone is going to die. I know full well I am going to die. And most of us don't get to choose how we check out. But if I die because someone murders me over one of my jokes, best case scenario.
Yeah, I really like this guy. He's very calm and like...
If somebody murders me over one of my jokes, I immediately become a legend. I'm a comedy god. The Mount Rushmore of comedy is me 4 times. I say, come on then. My security guys are like, okay, Anthony, well, just so you know, that is the dumbest thing we've ever heard. But you're the boss, okay. And they leave. And then the next day they come back. And they say, Anthony, sorry to bother you again. I know you didn't care yesterday, but it's gotten much, much worse. You're gonna wanna hear this. Say, Anthony, someone from New Zealand has tracked down your mom and dad's phone number and address in Pittsburgh, posted that online, and now your entire family is getting death threats from New Zealand. And I have to admit, that had never occurred to me before. It never crossed my mind that my family or my loved ones would ever pay the price, be caught in harm's way by something I've done or something I've joked about. And I would cut my throat for my jokes. I would give my life for what I do. But if anyone, and I mean this for a fact, if anyone ever hurt my family or killed someone I cared about because of a joke I've made, even better.
Jesus Christ. Nah. You know what? I really like the way he does his jokes and then his comedy because he's very like sinister, very like a mischievous type, you know, or everything. But that was hilarious though. Overall, man, I really do like the thoughts and prayers. Especially if you guys want me to react to more of his specials in particular, please let me know in the comment section down below. So with that being said, if you guys really enjoyed this reaction today, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Let me know in the comment section down below what you want me to react to next. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, my name is Nova, and I'll see you guys next episode. Peace.